from Detroit, Michigan, USA. In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. Welcome to another episode of the In My House Techno Music Show. I am your host, T. Carlita, and once again, I am excited to meet a new to me artist. She's not new by any means, but she's new to me, and now she's new to my audience as well. Her name is Anna Jordan, but she goes by the name of the Allegorist, and she is here to share her musical journey with us and talk about some of the artistic nature that she brings to her style of music. Now, she's Hungarian born, but she's living in Berlin. So we want to know how she went from Hungary to Berlin. Now that should be a story within itself. So let's get started and welcome you to the show. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I just want to call you the Allegorist, but you're not dressed like the Allegorist today.
Yeah, but you can call me as you like.
Okay. So welcome. So you're born in Hungary and you're living in Berlin now, right?
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
So how'd you go to did you ever live in Hungary or were you just born there for a short time? How'd you get to Berlin?
Yeah, so I lived in Hungary actually 24 years. I just was a normal Hungarian growing up. And I decided when I was 24 that I need to look for better perspectives. And I just got to the train station and bought a ticket for 20 euro. And this is how I came to Berlin. It's very simple. It couldn't be more simple.
Well, you know what? The one good thing about your style of music, Berlin is a good place for you to be because Berlin is very artistic. And
I had no idea about this.
Yeah. So, they have a very open mind to all kinds of music, So you found the right place to go to. So
yes.
tell me about your musical journey. How did you get started?
Yeah, so I didn't do music back in Hungary, and I didn't do music here in Berlin at the beginnings. I was just living here, finding a life I like. And I started to make music actually when I was 29 years old, pretty late. And I'm 35 now, so it's 6 years now that I'm doing music. Okay. It's quite unusual that somebody starts so late, but I'm starting to really appreciate this. I always wanted to do music, but my resources were very limited, and I had an unusual path, which was very challenging, and I did not have the opportunity. But I was, so I also suppressed this desire because it was too luxurious for me. It was just something I felt like I could not have because there were so many existential things that I first had to sort out. But when I was 29 years old, I kind of got settled here in Berlin, and I felt like, okay, now it's really time for me to start something I really want to do. And out of nothing, really, I didn't even have a really good computer. I had a computer first when I was 22 years old. So even that aspect was very new to me. Mm-hmm. And when I was 29, I had my flat and I was thinking, okay, now I'm going to do what I always really wanted to. And I didn't stop since. So this is how I started to make music.
So you said that you had an unusual past. So what was so unusual about your past, and how did that unusual past bring you to do music? What was so unusual about your past?
How I grew up is very unusual. And then I left when I was 18. So I was very much on my own. Okay. And in Hungary, that is quite difficult. And that's why I was looking for a life that would fit to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even wanted to come to Berlin. Actually, I just wanted to go out.
Say
So
you just wanted to get somewhere besides
yeah,
Hungary,
just
right?
anywhere. Yeah, just
Okay.
anywhere.
I got
Yeah.
you.
So, and I at the beginning I was kind of not ashamed, but I didn't know what to do with this thing that I started so late, and everybody was just so cool, and everybody was just so, I don't know, just already in it since they were, some people like since they were kids, and I didn't know how could I integrate, or how could I start out in this situation. But lately, interestingly, I really started to appreciate this, and I think now it's uh, starting to show its positive effect, that I collected so many life experiences first,
Right.
and now just at the later point I got to tell all these stories. So I started to make music when I was matured in a way, and I already knew who I was. I already knew what I wanted, and I already I don't know, just, I was just observing so much what's happening in the world, and
Right.
yeah, it's not the same thing when you are making music with 17, I guess, or when you're a bit old. So now I really start to appreciate this, that I could be just a listener, an observer of the things, and a music listener, and now I can actively engage and tell my story, tell
Yes.
my perspective, and yeah, just to be in a different way, but a part of this.
Right. So let's talk about your music. So I have I've watched some of your videos, and I'm really interested in knowing how you come up with some of your concepts. Because when you look at the titles, like the names of your songs, for example, the one that's coming out soon is Hybrid Dimensions 2. But when you look at the track, the names of them, you got Left Behind, Dark Forces, Unlimited Dedication, New Beginning, Risen Again, Harvest Season. You have all of these spiritual type of names, but when you hear the music, it would be perceived as dark, right? But with the perception of darkness, you have all of these positive names. So what is the reason behind that?
Hmm. Generally, I really like to play with contrast. So I like the dark and the shadow and the light, because both of them just really exist when the opposite is there. So I feel like there isn't necessarily a quality to each, because they coexist.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the spectrum. And yeah, I think this is also the spiritual meaning. I'm trying to transmit a bit a more diverse perspective, a broader, uh, in a broader sense, a more I don't know, an ideology which is more accepting the bad and the good, in a way that, for instance, death is seen in this society now as something bad, but it could be also something good, because this is just the circle of life.
Right.
So for me, it's important that I'm showcasing, and not just one element, but all of them, because everything belongs together. So this, yeah.
I like
So I
that.
don't know.
I really like that a lot, because your music, because it's sort of like transcendental, it's really therapeutic. It sounds meditational. So it,
Oh.
because I can hear the chants, it kind of has a Buddhist spiritual background, I guess you can say. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, I'm really happy that this comes true. I'm never sure when I'm making the tracks and I'm making this concept if any of my ideas actually translate into music and titles. I'm never sure, but I'm really happy if it does.
Yes, it does. And it's even though there's a darkness to it, when you look at the titles, as I said, they're very spiritual titles. It's really meditational. It's therapy. It's good therapy. You know, music is therapy.
Yeah.
And your music is really therapy. And I like it because you have subliminal words in there, but not a whole lot of overshadowed vocals, right? You blend the vocal with the instrument. You found a way, to me, to take the vocal and match it right perfect with the instrumental.
Oh, that's very good. Thank you. But there are also positive tracks like Harvest Season.
Yes.
So I'm always, not always, but sometimes I'm coming from darkness, but I am positive. So I'm not having a dystopian worldview, but more like a solar punk. I've read lately that, okay, because it's already there. I mean, all these bad things.
Right.
I mean, what could be worse? I mean, there always could be worse, but it's pretty worse.
Yeah, right.
But I think there are so many possibilities, and I'm so much interested in future how we can develop cities, how we could. There are all the areas of life we could really change if we just change a bit our mindset. And I'm really thinking towards the future, but also taking elements from the past, because this is how we can learn. So I'm very interested in the future and the past, because they're also connected, because there can be a good future if we don't learn from the past. And this is the moment when we can actually do it. So I think this is very important to keep in mind.
Right. So what have you been doing since COVID? Berlin, we've all been on lockdown for a long time. So how are you keeping yourself busy?
Yeah, I keep myself busy. That is so easy for me. I wish I could make a break because for me, everything just continues. Okay, I also had to adapt to everything, and I'm constantly adapting. But yeah, adapting is one thing I think I'm good at. So I just changed my routines, and but I'm still doing the same thing. So
wow,
yeah, just a bit different. Of course, I'm not playing live now, but there is now more time for producing, and yeah.
Right. So let's just, what do you want people to know about you the most, and what do you hope people receive from your music?
So I really hope that people are gonna hear my music to start with, because I'm just not doing this for myself. And I really hope that they can discover in those tracks what is helpful for them and what can enrich their life. So I don't necessarily want to have one thing to tell. I mean, I have all these underlying philosophical meanings. I'm trying to transmit a possible thing, what you can perhaps accept or not. It's just a message I really want to just to transmit, and what people are gonna do with it is their thing. But I just hope that my message will come true. And yeah, I think this journey is really nice. So if people hop on it with me, then that would be nice.
I am so happy. Well, thank you so much for taking these few moments to share yourself with us. And I'm so glad to introduce you. I'm glad I'm meeting you for the first time, and it will not be the last time. I appreciate your work. I appreciate the artistry that you put in your work. And that's what's so important, because music is art and it's just different, and everybody can't do the same thing. So I'm glad that you reached inside yourself and do things that feel good to you. You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri, encouraging all taxpayers to please take advantage of the several payment options available.
You can pay online by visiting the Wayne County Treasurer's Office website. Paying online is easy and convenient.
You can also download the mobile app and pay with your smartphone.
You can pay at one of 70 kiosks located throughout Wayne County.
And yes, you can always still send in your payments using the U.S. Postal Service.
If you have to visit our office in person, you must make an appointment by going to treasurer.waynecounty.com. It only takes a few minutes. Facial covering or mask is required and social distancing is observed. Your health and safety is very important to us. You can also email our office at taxinfo@waynecounty.com or call us at 313-224-5990.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
Yeah, many thanks. I'm very thankful that I could be here with you.
Thank you so much. And we're going to share some of your music. We're going to take a moment right now to let you hear some of the Allegorist and what she brings to this thing that we love and this thing that we call and this thing that just moves us and gives us so much therapy, and it's called music. Thank you so much, Anna, for being with me today. I appreciate you. Now, before we listen to your music, how can people reach you if they need to get in touch with you?
Oh, I'm on all social media, which is good and bad. Right. So I think I am very reachable. So anywhere, email, social media.
Good. And your music is in digital format only right now, or is it both? Or is it both digital and vinyl?
Yeah, the new release is just gonna be digital.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many albums have you done so far in your 7 years time span?
Yeah, first one was Botanical Utopia.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first album on Crack Records. It came out, and it's in a CD with a CD. And my second one was Hybrid Dimension Part 1.
Part 1.
And on Detroit Underground in 2018. And this is the third one, the continuation of Hybrid Dimension 1, the second. Yeah.
Nice. Well, you take care of yourself. Be safe. Continue to make that beautiful music that you make. Continue to create beautiful videos to go with your music. That's really cool. And I do like your contrast from the darkness and the light, because you're right. They both do exist. So until next time, thank you so much. Okay. Any final thoughts?
Thanks.
Any final thoughts? Any final words? Okay. All right.
I'll leave it to you.
Oh, you're going to leave it to me? All right, cool. Well, thank you so much again, Anna. I appreciate you, the Allegorist. How'd you come up with that name, the Allegorist?
Oh, that is a good question. I really like this name. I was thinking about a half a year, and I was thinking that I need qualities like gender neutral, very open-minded, what could be timeless, and I don't know, something that has value, which is not just a trend but a long time. And I also really like allegories and a school, the way how you can describe things, and the last storytelling. I really like this storytelling, and Allegorist music storyteller.
That's right. So that's you. And you have a very artistic way of telling your story. Again, thank you so much, Anna, aka the Allegorist. And believe me, you all will hear more and more of her music right here on the In My House Techno Music Show. And I will definitely be playing her music on In My House Radio. Don't forget about that. I have In My House Radio too, 24/7 electronic music. So we are going to put some of the Allegorists in our regular rotation too. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
You take care of yourself, and thank you again. It's so nice meeting you. And whenever COVID is done and we can travel again, I hope you make it to Detroit one day and we get to meet, or I could come to Berlin and we meet face to face.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Yes, definitely. You take care of yourself, okay?
You too.
All right.
And enjoy your day.
You too. You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri, encouraging all taxpayers to please take advantage of the several payment options available. If you have to visit our office in person, you must make an appointment by going to treasurer.waynecounty.com. It only takes a few minutes. Facial covering or mask is required and social distancing is observed. You can also email our office at taxinfo@waynecounty.com or call us at 313-224-5990.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected. www.inmyhouse65.com.
You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. Bye.